So it was time to pack once again and move my ass to another place. After living with my grandparents for a good few weeks, I realized that it wasn't going to work out. My grandparents gave me a place to stay, they gave me food and the space I needed to start again, but they were trying to take away who I was, what I believed, and they wanted to change what I wanted to do with my life. And that's not cool. There was a heavy atmosphere of judgment from my family, and as I'm already emotionally drained, I knew I wouldn't survive there for too long. So it was time to say bye to the pussycat, clean the toilets, and I was on my way to the bigger city. I found myself a nice room in the outskirts of Rzeszów, the university city nearby. I rented it out, with a bit of an aid from my mother and my own savings. I don't want to be depending on my mother though, and I will send her all the money back as soon as I have enough. Yo, Szymanko, so I basically cleaned up the room after I got here. I basically put all my bags everywhere and I had groceries. It was really dirty and now it's nice and clean. So basically here I'm keeping some of the clothes, some electronics, bathroom stuff, food, and then what I like to do is I like to stand up when I work. So I basically made this thing where I can stand up. I have my keyboard and my monitor. Also, I have some water in here. And there's also another desk, which I'm not going to be using for work, but just to chill or read. And here's the bed. And then of course, here's the balcony. And the view is really nice here actually. So yeah, I'm happy about the place, and yeah, I'm happy about everything because it's really cheap and it's in a good location, and the room is not that big, but it's decent for what I need, and it's not like I'm gonna be staying here forever. So I like the place. It's only $150 a month in a good quiet neighborhood, not too far away from the city. The first few days were a bit chaotic because my sister needed to get some documents signed by my father for her passport, and I was the only one who could get him to do so. It took about a whole week to get it done, but the week spent with my alcoholic father was an eye-opening and strange time because I haven't hung out with him for 12 years, apart from seeing him last year briefly. While being with him, I realized that even though he is a drunk, I should still visit him sometimes and help him a bit. But I won't get into this now. So my stock footage journey has not ended yet. I really wanted to partner up with this one particular stock footage company, and after 2 failed attempts, I told myself I'll try again, and the 3rd time got accepted. Now at the new place, the routine has begun again. Wake up, stretch, work, exercise, keep it consistent, and don't lose focus. Here's a video I recorded of how I feel now being here for the 4th day. Alright, Szymanko, so yeah, it really feels like I'm starting a new life. Especially today, I don't know why it feels like something new has began. And yeah, so I moved into the room over here, and basically it's nice. I have my own space. It's quiet most of the time and it's private, and also it's away from like the city, like 10 minutes by bus, so it's not loud, you know, there's not a lot of shit going on, and I want it to be in a kind of like a quiet area. But anyways, yeah, it feels like I'm starting something new because my family, you know, they're not here. My mom and my siblings, they're in America, and then my grandparents, my uncle, they're living in another town, but I don't really connect with them because, you know, they have their way of thinking, and I don't want to be the person that's trying to make them happy by being something I'm not. You know, I'm not gonna try to pretend to be religious or pretend to be like a good boy, because I'm not. I'm a badass motherfucker, and that's who I am, you know. And if people don't want to if my family doesn't want to basically vibe with that, then that's cool with me, you know. I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna let them do their own thing. And that's the best thing you can do when your family's like completely against your beliefs. Just leave them alone and do your own shit, and stop wasting your energy on trying to be something that you're not, just so you can make someone else happy. But other than that, I'm trying to get into like a really healthy routine. So I'm trying to work on a business every day, on like a legit design business, and like it's a freelance business, so I can basically work from anywhere, because that's the type of business I want to have, that gives me the freedom to travel and work. And also I'm trying to work on this, so I'm trying to like document everything and how I do everything, because I know it's important, because like, you know, anyone in the future looks at my life, they can always go back and be like, oh my god, this guy, you know, is living with his grandma, and now look at him, he has a business and he's traveling and he's living the life that he wanted to live. So, and besides that, there was another thing. Yeah, and then another thing is like traveling and filming. So I want to film like cool cities and cool places that I go to, and maybe write stories about those places. But this way I get a reason for traveling, you know, to film, to write about places, and to meet people from other countries, because I like meeting people not just from Poland, but I like meeting like Europeans and Asians and whatever, you know, and all the fucking the races, so, or all the nationalities. But yeah, so it feels like I'm starting something new, and it's going good right now, and I just gotta keep on top of my shit. And I'm also, you know, whenever someone's like trying to invite me, or like, not, let me generalize it, so like whenever someone wants me to do something that I don't really want to do, but again, you know, if I do it, maybe they'll feel a little bit happy, I just say no. Because like yesterday there was a guy that invited me for a beer, you know, and he's living in the house that we live in, or that I live in, and he has the room next to me, and he's a little bit older, he's like a construction worker or something like that, and he was like, hey, do you want to drink some beer? And I just told him straight up, like, I'm good, man, I don't drink beer. So basically what I'm saying by this is, just if you have certain boundaries, don't let other people tilt you towards something that you don't want to do. Because again, if you're doing that over and over again, you're going to be creating a reality that you don't enjoy. You know, I don't enjoy being drunk, I don't like drinking, so why the fuck would I say yes to someone who offers me a beer? You know, if he wants to have a chat, I'll have a chat. If he wants to eat something, I'll eat something with him. But if he wants to drink, like, I already know where that's gonna end up, so I'll just push it away. And yeah, and last thing that I wanted to include in here is that, you know, my mom, she's been helping me out and supporting me here and there. She's been sending me like $200 or $100 sometimes, because in the recent few months I've been struggling, because I've been really confused about life and I didn't know what to do. But now the situation is a little bit different because I realized this, you know, I caught myself, and I caught myself before because I knew that my mom was helping me out. But my mom is not helping me out because she actually wants to help me out. She's helping me out because she wants to have control of my life, you know. She wants to, in her head, she thinks that if she sends me money, you know, she's still responsible for me. And so I have to say no to things like, oh, I'll send you $100 because maybe you need it. Oh, I'll send you some shoes because maybe you need it. And now I'm just saying no to it because I know that every time I say yes, she has more control over my life, over my decisions. And yes, it's awesome to get some extra money, but I know that, like, if I'm gonna be living at this place, I have to pay it for myself, because if I'm depending on my mom, then I'm always gonna be doing that, and that's never gonna change. And I can never level up because my mom can only give me a certain amount of money. And that's why it's not good to depend on other people, because yeah, they basically influence your decisions. And when you're able to take full control of your life and how much money you're making and where you're living, then you can decide whatever you want, and no one has influence over your decisions. So yeah, stop taking money from your parents, stop taking money from your friends, and just, you know, be hard on yourself and make your own fucking money. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.